Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It's Thursday, December 14th, 2023, and my name is Jennifer Cotton. I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas, and that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So, good morning and welcome. Thank you for being here. Whether it's your first time or you are coming back, thank you very much. As you come on, you can go ahead and say hi, like Sue, first one over on YouTube in chilly but sunny Green Bay, Wisconsin. Can hardly wait to go cruising with you in January. Yes, I'm excited about that as well. Terry, good morning to you. Sharon, good morning. Stafford, Virginia. Hilda, hello to you. Janet, sunny but chilly North Carolina. Let's see, Linda, starting to feel a bit like Christmas. Exactly. Who else we've got here? Jackie, good morning. Pam, good morning to you. And Xana, woo, you made it right off the bat, Xana. Love it. Xana's over in the UK. So, Ramona, good morning. Thanks for sharing, Ramona. And Rosemary, good morning to you. Okay, so my name's Jennifer Cotton. I've been a Stampin' Up demonstrator 22 years, and so this is my full-time business. So I offer lots of stuff, including these weekly videos, events that you can take to go, and some in person here in Texas where I live, and all kinds of other stuff. So as you come on this video, please feel free to say hello, make a comment, give a thumbs up, a like, etc. But I'm going to get myself a sticky note. I will give a prize out to someone who either makes a comment on the video or shares the video and then comment that you share so I'll know. However, I'm not stamping today, so I need a prize for 1214 video. I'm writing myself a couple of notes, sorry. Okay, so I need a prize for today's video because I forgot to pick one ahead of time, but I'll give a prize out. And that's just a small way to thank you because that does help me. If you comment on the video, that helps my business. If you share it, it helps my business. Also, if you just click like, thumbs up, what else? Subscribe, follow, all that stuff is helpful. So thank you very much. Hilda, thanks for sharing. Xana coming to the U.S. in November, times and details to be confirmed. Nice. So I guess that's in almost a year from now. Lori, good morning, and thanks for sharing. Sherry, good morning. Sharing and thumbs up from Indiana. Love it, Sherry. Thank you so much. And did I catch this one? Kelly, good morning to you. Okay, so I'm going to go over my events real quick. Reading my notes here. And then what today's video is going to be is me showing all the stuff that I've purchased so far from these two catalogs. So you'll get to see what I have. If I could afford and had it all, I would show you it all, but I don't. But I have a lot, and so I'm going to show you all that stuff, give you descriptions, all that stuff. So hopefully it will be a fun and helpful video. Definitely take notes, get out your pen and paper and your catalog if you have that already. But let me tell you about my events first. Okay, let's check on my notes. So all of my events, if you take the class, it's going to include your PDF tutorial. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible unless otherwise stated in your registration. You will cut your own designer paper and kit components based on the PDF tutorial with very detailed instructions and measurements. And then, of course, I offer the tutorials to anyone in the world can take those. And so you do that when you register for the class or when it's time. So, for example, Stamp a Stack. If you want that tutorial, you would register for it right now while that class is open for registration. So tutorials anywhere in the world and classes anyone in the US. They're all offered to go, but some are also offered in person. Good morning, Lori. And Cindy, good morning, Darlin in cloudy Miami. I don't really know what the weather is like here. It's cool today, and I know it's going to rain tomorrow. We're supposedly going to get at least an inch of rain tomorrow, but it's not raining today, so I don't know if it's cloudy outside or what. I did not pay that close of attention to today's weather. I was more listening about tomorrow when it's supposed to rain half the day. Hey, Cindy, watching from Hazen, North Dakota. Been a while. Yay, Cindy. I'm glad you're back. That's okay. Janet wants to know where you're going to be. And let me see these other ones where I can't see your names. I think I caught all of you guys. Yes. Okay. Okay, let's talk about these events. I'm going to try to go through them quickly, but there's a lot. I got a lot of events coming up. So first off is my monthly classes. I have 4 classes every month: card, scrapbook, Stamp-A-Stack, and sampler. They all happen in person on one day, which is this Saturday. So my helpers have pretty much all of my samples. They are cutting them right now. And thank you, Karen, Landa, and Chris. And but anyway, so I have a picture here of card class. I have 2 packets left for card class. This picture doesn't look that great to me, but the cards are really cute in person. There's like sparkly and glittery, and on the bubbly cards, the simply sparkling cards, and then the Garden Meadow cards, like one of them is a Z fold and all that stuff. So anyway, there's the cards if you want that. It's 4 cards for $15, free with a $20 order. So that's card class. And then, by the way, if you take it to go, it gets mailed Monday. You do have to pay shipping for the to-go classes. I have 1 extra scrapbook class, but I don't have those samples with me nor pictures. But we're making New Year's and winter themed pages. I believe we're making both New Year's and 1 winter. And then in January, we'll make page 2 of winter. Stamp-A-Stack and sampler, I think, yeah, I have these on the same screen. So on the left, Stamp-A-Stack, I have 1 packet left, just 1. It's 12 cards for $37. You get over 20, it's about $24 in merchandise. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss what we can. You stamp, like on this, you can see those flowers. You stamp and die cut out the flowers and assemble with the PDF tutorial, unless you can attend in person on Saturday. Or check out the supplies for me if you're local. Anyway, 1 extra, $37, 12 cards, 4 designs, about 24 in merchandise. Sampler is sold out, but it's a really pretty, I think, winter sampler. So you can sign up for next month's sampler. And then next is the Mega Cruise Retreat in a Box. So let me tell you about this. So our cruise, as who mentioned it? Sue mentioned earlier, our crafting cruise, April McCray and I, is happening at the end of January. We're very excited. And we will be offering it to go as a retreat to go, but it's a mega retreat. So it includes a lot more projects, classes, gifts, and goodie bag. So obviously it's priced higher than our normal retreat in a box. And it will include, I'm looking for my notes again, 6 classes using the Thoughtful Expressions bundle, Beach Day bundle, Bright Skies bundle, and Be My Valentine bundle. 4 of the 6 classes are designed. So there's a sneak peek on the left. That's a card class. On the right is the travel album. There is on the left the Valentine class, and on the right the another card class. And I actually have those cards here in person. You'll make 8 cards in each card class. It's like over 30 projects total that you'll make. There's a sampler class coming and more cards with another stamp set. I can't remember. Okay, the cat's up here. The cat was very in my business yesterday. When I was actually filming videos yesterday and doing stuff, recordings, and she kept jumping up on my workstation yesterday too. Show your face. Show your face. She's like, those lights are bright. Anyway, Let me read my notes about the retreat, Mega Cruise Retreat. Register by January 14th, and your kit will be mailed by February 9th for that. 6 classes, gifts, bag. Here's a sneak peek of one of the classes, the Thoughtful Expressions card class. And you will make 8 cards, so that's all of them. Oof. The cat just jumped down and almost ripped off all my lights. Okay, so there's that one. Thank you, Angelique. Thanks, Anna. Hey, Carmen, good morning to you. Mary Jo, good morning. Cindy, thank you for sharing. And Martha, hello, the little coffee cup. I should have known that was you, Martha. And Charlotte, good morning to you. The retreat, I was going to say one more thing about it, but I think I forgot. Oh, the link, we posted the link in the Simply Spoiled Retreats Facebook group today, and I'll email it out tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., the link to register. Okay, we still have an in-person retreat coming up. Our tail makes you happy. I love it. In person in Temple, Texas in March 28th, 2024. Anyone can come. Temple is about an hour out of Austin, Texas, and you're going to get an 8-foot table, meals, a bed to sleep in, 10 or more make and takes, $50 goodie bag, gifts, a retreat bag, and so on. We will be using the lavender suite, which you'll see today when I show you my products. So that's you. It will be offered to go as well when it gets closer to that retreat. And then, of course, you can sign up for the in-person right now. Okay, Kat's back, by the way. I had a feeling she was going to be this way today also. And by the way, if you don't want to do the Mega Cruise Retreat because you want to do it in real life, sign up for our 2025 retreat. So let me know if you have any questions on that. Let me see if I can show y'all what she just did. She laid down right here. See all my notes? Yep, she just laid down and put her foot on my glass mat. Okay. Okay, next event is for demonstrators only. Today is your last day to register. This is a training for the new catalogs that come out in January, how to make the most of those in your business. And it's called Jumpstart Your Celebration. Genevieve Coe, Alejandro Gomez, and I, plus 2 guest speakers, plus a guest speaker from Stampin' Up, will be training you. It all starts Friday. Oh my gosh, she was putting her face on the microphone. It all starts Friday in a Facebook group. However, it's all recorded. You'll be able to watch it on your own time frame. And then Wednesday, I'm gonna look at my calendar. Wednesday, December 20th, we'll have a Zoom question and answer session. You don't have to be present, but you can, and we will answer all your questions about what we trained on. So that's a huge additional benefit to this training. And then you're also getting 3 PDF tutorials of exclusive classes with this training that you can use in your business however you want. As for demos only, let me give you a sneak peek of those PDFs, and you can also add on the make and take packet or just get the PDF that's included with the fee. So there's 3 classes: Stippled Roses, Trusty Tools, and Bright Skies. So you'll get the PDFs for all 3 of those included with your fee. So any questions on that, let me know. Register by tomorrow. I mean today. Sorry, it starts tomorrow. It starts tomorrow. I know, Janet. Ritty does want to help mommy today, just like yesterday. But then other times she just ignores me, and I'm like, what is your deal? My new catalog kickoff, I don't think I have I don't have a special graphic for it. So let me just put this one up. This is coming soon events, but some of them I've moved into register now. But anyway, new catalog kickoff is January 13th for the new mini and celebration. in person or to go, January 13th. So mark your calendars, and I have put the link out. I can't remember if I did a single email about it yet. Anyway, but that'll be coming if not. You can register now, though, for that event. And in the registration, I have what we're using, but let me pull it up real quick on my blog. The cat, oh, she's really in my business. Sending Love bundle, Trusty Tools bundle, Painted Lavender and Perennial Postage bundles, and Jungle Pals stamp set and dies for your make and takes. You'll make at least 8 projects, and there'll be stamping demonstrations, additional project ideas, etc. So it's going to be really great. What else? Last but not least is the coming soon stuff. So the paper share is coming. Alejandra's already designed her card, so it's coming for if you add on the make and takes. I have to design mine. We basically have our pricing down to put that out for y'all to register. We just have to create our registration forms, and you're going to get a 6x12 piece of every designer paper from the new catalog, which you will see every single one today. You're also going to get 2.5 yards of every new ribbon. There are 3 of them, and you'll see them today for one low price. 6x12, unless the paper comes in a 6x6 format. And so save your registration for us. It's coming. And then, of course, in February, I'll do my stamp camp with Genevieve, who's in Canada. So you'll be able to register for that if you live in Canada with her. And then, of course, March 14th, we're having Alejandra Gomez and I are having a demonstrator-only event in Houston, Texas. So save that date as well. Link to come. Okay, so there's my events. Took probably longer than I should have, but that's them. Real quick about specials. I don't know if y'all might have heard, but we have free shipping today. Stampin' Up has free shipping. So $75 or more in the US. Let me grab a graphic about it right there. $75 or more, free shipping today only. It ends today. I actually heard on the news today that it's like free shipping day for lots of companies. So I was like, oh, I'm going to check that out later. I've already done my Stampin' Up order this morning, of course, but we have free shipping for $75 or more today only. While you're shopping for that, don't forget about our clearance rack, our online exclusives, our new kit, super pretty, the Painted Wishes kit. It's, I think, like $12, and it's not a stamping kit, but it's gorgeous. It's got foil. You can see these greetings. Of course, there is enough English ones to make all English, but you get other languages as well. Look at that shiny. There's other greetings, some gold twine, or I can't think of what that's called, trim, and tear and tape, dimensionals, sequins, elements to decorate your cards with, more greetings, and then your card bases. Oh my gosh, is that messing up my sound? She's like rubbing her face against the microphone. This is one of the card bases. The others are solid colors. And then these gorgeous envelopes. And, of course, instructions. So, if you need Christmas gifts, well, I don't know if it'll make it. It should make it in time. Let me look at the calendar. It might take a couple of weeks. Ooh, it might come past Christmas. I don't know. I can't guarantee that. But they do make great gifts, these kids. And they make great activities during the holidays when you have people over at your house. But anyway, check out all that when you're checking out your free shipping. You can also add on the dies that will match the next 3 months, January, February, March, of Paper Pumpkin. So lots of stuff to check out. And of course, the 60% off last chance products, up to 60% off last chance products from the holiday catalog. That ends January 3rd. Anything that's retiring will be gone after January 3rd, even if it did not sell out. Sell us a hi, Brittany. So don't forget to take advantage of that and stock up. Any questions on any of this, let me know. I think that's it. So for that, now I'm going to tell you about my ordering special, and then we'll get started with this video. So today's video is all about my new product from the new catalogs. And partially, honestly, I've had an extremely busy week and I did not have time to plan projects. So it works out perfect that I can show these today. Stella, good morning. Denise, good morning. Snowy, Colorado. And someone else over here, Kelly. Yes, Kelly said so pretty. That cat is very pretty. Made it for a fundraiser donation, went for $40. Nice. Who said that? Kelly. Nice. So yeah, when you make up those, when you actually make the cards, they're even more impressive than in the box. So awesome. I love that. The way Kelly, it is Kelly, but you don't see her name here, used that kit as a fundraiser. Okay, I'm going to point the camera down now. And first thing is to remind you, so not only do we have free shipping, but if you order with me and your order is $75 or more, I mean, sorry, that's wrong. That's the free shipping. If your order is $25 or more with my monthly host code, which you see on the screen right there, this is the host code for right now, the XJC one. 25 or more, you get a class packet mailed to you to make these 4 cards. We cut, die cut, punch, emboss. You stamp and assemble, so you'll have to punch and die cut anything that you have to stamp first, but we die cut everything else. We emboss everything else, etc. We cut this designer paper for you. We give you the pieces of ribbon, or you might earn a free full roll of ribbon from me. Anyway, that's with only $25. If that order is $75 or more, clear this screen off, you also get a free full roll of the Sweet Sorbet bordered ribbon. This is by December 15th is when this ends tomorrow. So 50 or more, I don't remember if I just said that wrong. 50 or more is a roll of the ribbon plus the class. But today only $75 or more also gets you the free shipping. So hopefully that makes sense. You can still get this special tomorrow, but no free shipping. And then if your order goes over $150, you're going to save a ton on shipping, but don't use the host code in that one case, 150 or more, and then Stampin' Up will give you at least $15 in free merchandise of your choice. Plus, I'll give you my gifts, plus you'll get free shipping. So hope that makes sense. This is the, by the way, Be My Valentine is the bundle for those cards, and I made them on last week's video. Okay, so today I'm going to walk through what I have from these 2 catalogs, which start January 4th, 2024. So as a customer, that's when you can start earning and ordering from these. Hey, France in Montreal. Good morning. So the first one is the celebration brochure. The only way you can get the stuff in this book is free. It's free with a purchase, or free by hosting, or free by joining Stampin' Up and being a demo like me and getting a discount on your purchases with no obligation. And then this, of course, is our mini catalog, which starts January 4th and is just stuff you can purchase. Yay. I showed this glass mat last week on the video, so I'll just have it here for a second. This is going to be free if you join Stampin' Up starting January 5th through the end of February only. I mean, January 4th. Last year it was the 5th, by the way. This mat is 14 inches by 17. 14 by 17. I showed all the features and benefits I knew of last week, so check out that video. I showed this. I showed the cleaning cloth, etc. So check out last week's video. You can just skip to the portion where I showed that, of course, if you want. Oh, yeah, incoming. And yeah, but it'll be free. Here in the United States, hey Carol, we were allowed to order it. That's how I have it. Demonstrators were allowed to order it ahead of time, but they only had limited quantity, and they have sold out in the US for demonstrators to purchase now. So we can buy it later if they have any left. after the promotion. But anyway, so that is free. This cat, y'all. Free with the starter kit in January. And the starter kit's always a great deal. It's only $99. You get 125 of anything you want. You'll see this. And that's how you can get that. And if you don't want that, there's another offer as well. You can get an extra $30 in merchandise with your starter kit instead. So any questions on that, let me know. I'm starting with the celebration book here. We're not allowed to open the book on camera yet, but I will open it off to the side so I can tell you what it says. And I may have to lock the cat out of the room. I actually had to lock her out yesterday when I was making those videos because she wouldn't stop jumping in the middle of my computer. Okay, so I'm going to start on page, well, it's probably not one, but it's the first item. I have a nice avalanche of product over here. See how it keeps sliding? Because it's like designer paper stacked on top of stamp sets, stacked on top of ribbon. Not the most stable situation. Oh my gosh, very hot mess. Okay. Grab the book. Okay, so this is Celebration free with purchase. In the US here, it's $50 or $100. So we're starting out with the $50 items. Watercolor Melon is the first stamp set. This is on page 4. It's photopolymer. It is 9 stamps, and they're all water. I mean, they're all almost all melon images. So we have like an oval melon that actually is the exact shape and size of the modern oval punch, which you will still be able to purchase in January. It's in our holiday book right now. So you can see right here how it fits that punch. So you can stamp this. It's the outside, obviously, of the melon with the kind of stripes like a watermelon. Stamp it and punch it out. Then there are a couple of slices of watermelon, one with a bite taken out of it, one without. There is a couple of rinds of a watermelon. I'm trying to see here. I feel like this. I guess okay, so there's a rind for that sort of triangle pieces, one with the bite and one without, that you can stamp in another color. And then there's more of a half moon rind and a half moon shape there that you can fill in. And by the way, it's very, you're going to get the door shut on you. It's very watercolory. No need to color anything in. It's going to give you light and dark, etc. when you stamp it. Then there's an image with 3 seeds, a single seed image, and I guess the leaf and stems that grow on a watermelon. Vines, maybe. Kathy said she got, you ordered your Abundant Beauty mask today. Yes, very nice. Thank you, Angelique. Is the glass mat Brittany's new bed? Exactly. Anything I set on a table becomes her bed. Facebook user, love the watermelon. So many ideas. Yes, Martha. It's super cute. Okay, I need to, y'all know I'm taking too long already. There's that one. Then that was page 4. On page 5, which by the way, you get this paper free with your Mega Cruise Retreat in a box registration. This is the Bright Skies paper. All of the designer papers in Celebration are 12 by 12 this year, which is nice. One of them is even a specialty paper, which would cost like $16 and something cents in the new catalog pricing. Okay, this is the Sunny Days. So you will get actually 2 packs of this in your Mega Retreat so that you'll have enough to complete all of the projects, because April and I used it a lot. And of course, you can get it free with a purchase starting in January. Now, demonstrators, by the way, get it free with a purchase now. Anything we want out of this book, we can get it now. Okay, so we have let me tell you the colors real quick. Basic black, crushed curry, petal pink, Pool Party, Poppy Parade, and Shaded Spruce. We have a white sheet with Pool Party, Spruce, and gray versions of gray and black clouds all over it. And they are artistic, like, I don't know if artistic's the word, but it's like you drew a cloud and then you put a graphic pattern inside the cloud. And then some of them are more watercolory. So we got the graphic patterns and watercolory. Little swirls, dots, splotches, stars, stripes, diagonal stripes, straight across stripes, etc. And then just some kind of normal looking clouds. 2 of these fit, I think it's 2, maybe 3 fit dies from the coordinating bundle, which I can't get to right now because it's in a stack for when I get to the catalog. But there is a bundle that coordinates with this called Bright Skies. And I know you can cut out the large and small, like medium, small clouds, and possibly this one as well. I can't remember. I just know I did cut out these 2 for a class that I designed. Okay. Yeah, I think I said the colors. And then mixed or behind the clouds are diagonal, I think, gray stripes. Okay, this sheet here, the top 2/3 is Pool Party with light Pool Party clouds all over, just solid clouds. And then the bottom portion is raindrops. So in like Shaded Spruce and Pool Party and light Pool Party. So they have more of a white background instead of a pool background. I guess you can use it as one image if you sort of cut off this top part here where you get a little bit of clouds and then the rain. Otherwise, to me, they're kind of separate images, but that depends on the designer. The back of that one is Poppy Parade with these white flowers all over. I don't know what style of the flower they are, so white flowers all over with stems and leaves. Yeah, they're just white flowers. Okay, then we have a petal pink. Actually, the back of this one is petal pink, back of the red. Petal pink with sort of a white gingham all over. Then we have a shaded spruce. So the whole sheet is shaded spruce, and then it has darker and lighter shaded spruce, small flowers all over, different style of flowers than the red one, very tiny, all overlapping each other, like a field of flowers. And the stems of the flowers are black and the centers are black, and then there's tiny little white flowers in between. It is beautiful DSP. Who said that? Linda, I agree. Then we have, my camera's crooked, but I need to see the lines under here. No, it's not. I'm putting the paper crooked for some reason. My brain's not working. It is though. I'm gonna make there. I'll make the camera match what I think it should be. Okay, this is white with green versions of green rainbows all over it. Just line rainbows like you drew it when you were a kid, and little raindrops in between in the blank spaces. All Pool Party and green. This sheet, this paper is very interesting. It's like a wild mix of designs. Poppy Parade background with strawberries all over it. And they are versions of petal pink, white, and Poppy Parade. And then they have either white or crushed curry, seeds on them. And of course, shaded spruce stems. This sheet is white with butterflies all over it. Little like artistically drawn butterflies with different kind of decorative wings. Very small, real close together, and just like some crushed curry splatter in between. Then this one is so pretty. It is Pool Party background with flowers all over. They are either petal pink, Poppy Parade, or white. And then the centers are white and crushed curry. The stems are black, and there's little small white sort of daisy-like flowers sprinkled all over in the blank spaces. This sheet is really cute. April did some cute stuff with this on our retreat, the retreat project she did. Anyway, it's like a light yellow with crushed curry little suns in an exact pattern repeated all over. It's just like a sun pattern, but they're very small, like less than a 1/4 inch, little half suns, I should say. And then there's like little rays coming from the suns, but then it just forms also like a geometric pattern. And then the last design is white with red small or poppy small cherries all over with the stems. So 2 cherries, stems, and flower leaves, or 1. And little gray diagonal lines going through that. They're very small cherries. And then last but not least, the back of that is Pool Party with white diagonal broken lines, like drawn, hand drawn, like pin thickness lines. Okay, that was page 5. Page 6, Light and Airy. Again, this is free with the $50 purchase starting in January 4th. Light and Airy 12 by 12 paper is has these colors: boho blue, bubble bath, calypso coral, crumb cake, daffodil delight, flirty flamingo, fresh freesia, garden green, lost lagoon, misty moonlight, pecan pie, and soft sea foam. This paper has beautiful birds. Does everybody agree? What color are the butterflies? Hold on. I think they're all, I forgot. Yellow, I think. The sheet that's has the butterflies is white with crushed curry only. All the butterflies and all the dots are crushed curry. Thanks for asking that, Janet. Linda in Idaho, good morning, by the way. Chris, good morning. Cindy, good morning. Thanks for sharing. Angelique, your glass mat comes today. Woo! Very exciting. You got it ordered in time. I love these papers, Laura. Yes. Okay, so Flight and Airy has these beautiful hand-painted birds. Like, it's just like watercolor art. Beautiful. So this first sheet is, it's an off-white background. It's a little textury. So it's like some artist that can watercolor really good did branches in like pecan pie, green leaves, and birds all over in pretty much all the colors I named. They're different. They're not all the same color nor facing the same direction or whatever. It's a scene versus like cut out of an individual bird, although you probably could, but you know, it's a scene. And then the back of that is a pecan pie with just a nice pattern on it, a decorative pattern in a lighter pecan pie. Yes, this paper is so pretty, like Angelique just said, and there's some gorgeous samples out there already with this one. Pinterest and, of course, the demonstrator only Facebook group. So it's for all demonstrators all around the world, and they post gorgeous samples on there, y'all. You got to be a demo just to be in that group. Okay, this again has sort of the off-white background. It's a little distressy, but little sections of birds sitting on branches with flowers. So some are more pink flowers, some are more blue, some are a little bit more red, yellow centers, purple also, just pink, purple, blue, red flowers. And then again, the birds, 1 or 2 birds sitting on the branches, some facing each other, some singles, whatever, and painted in all beautiful with all the different colors. Then we have a Lost Lagoon piece, solid Lost Lagoon, a little mottled, but you know, and then like a vine leaf type pattern all over the sheet in light Lost Lagoon. Then again, another bird sheet, same background, more flowers, and they're in the more reddish pink tones. There's also purple of another style of flower, and so like freesia. I'm trying to remember if it was a red or if they're calling this bubble bath. Okay, daffodil, flirty flamingo. Yeah, flirty flamingo there. Anyway, so this is a more pink and purple type paper. And then actually all these birds are the same colors. They're blue, lagoon, and yellow. And they're sitting on different branches. These are closer together I think I said this on the last one with the birds. It would be easy. I don't think I said it. It would be easier to cut these apart by hand and put them on a card. This one, a little more difficult, but you might be able to do it. Cut out little sections. Okay, the back of that is just a gorgeous blue watercolory. Y'all know how Stampin' Up does these all the time. It looks like you just watercolored blue all over a piece of paper. So there's light, dark, etc. Okay, more birds. Same background. Brown pecan pie stems or stick. What are they called? The parts of the tree, the branches. Lost Lagoon, Flirty Flamingo, reddish, pinkish, and purplish, and Lost Lagoonish flowers all over, yellow centers. All the birds are blue, then a yellow chest, and Lost Lagoon toward the bottom. Here's a sheet that's just a light blue background, a little bit distressy if you look at it close up. Like, it's subtle, but anyway. And then tiny vines and in the sort of garden green color and little pink and blue flowers all over. Very tiny format there. Okay, more birds, same background, much closer together, a lot more birds on this sheet. They're blue with a pink chest and sort of a blue-green at the bottom. Mostly pink flowers. Beautiful. Not super easy to cut apart. This is almost like a pattern of birds. The whole thing I described going across the sheet, and then another row, and then another row. That's 3, 4, 5, like 6 rows like that. And then the back of that one is a fresh freesia for all the purple lovers. Watercolory background. Almost looks a little sponged. It is gorgeous. And last but not least, the last one has just single watercolored birds all over, all different color schemes. These are probably the biggest birds in the set. Page 1. No? Yeah, these are definitely the biggest birds. They're bigger than any of the other ones. You can hand cut each bird out separately, but I think it also makes a great background. They're about 1.5 inches tall. And then sort of that off-white background, and there's just like splatter, kind of bluish splatter around them. But you definitely can hand cut all of these birds out. There's a ton of them that are full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 20, 2, 3, 6. There's at least 30 or more birds on there in a nice, good size. And then the back of that actually has a more of a petal pink background with vines, flowers, blues, pinks all over. All right, there we go. Gorgeous. You want it. Just, yes, you do. You're going to need several packs of this paper, so stock up. I agree, Linda. So pretty. Laura says these will be on my first must-have list. Yes. And don't quote me, I don't think the stuff in Celebration will sell out. I mean, it might run out temporarily, but I think it's all made in the USA. And so I think they're, knock on wood, hoping that it won't sell out. Although I don't know about the ribbon and embellishments. Ribbon and embellishments, I think, only come from another country. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. I'm just saying, it's maybe not a panic, but don't waste your time. Okay, this ribbon is gorgeous. Look at it. It is Pool Party crinkled ribbon, 10 yards, free with a $50 purchase. It's on page 5. Same page as Light and Airy. I have not tried to tie this in a bow yet, but let's do it right now so we can see. It's very soft. It's not like stiff. It's just nice texture. It's not like silky soft or anything, but it's very soft. Ties in a bow real easy and nice. That was super easy. It is a wide ribbon, 5/8 inches wide. And it has that crinkle and then a bit of a, border on each side of it. Super nice. So that ribbon is beautiful. Of course, it's Pool Party. It's going to go great with the Flight and Airy designer paper plus anything. I wish I could show, for anyone who hasn't seen the catalog yet, I wish I could show the page. These samples they have on this pages 6 and 7 are gorgeous with the birds and the ribbon. They're gorgeous. You got to see them. They made like a birdhouse. It's so pretty. You You got to see it. So make sure y'all look at that. I think the ribbon will be popular too. Yes, Pat. I know. I don't know if it might sell out. The birds are beautiful, and I'm not a bird person, Pat says. See, y'all? See? Okay, next up is Cradled in Love, page 7. This is a stamp set, photopolymer, 12 stamps. It is, in case you didn't pick up on the cradled part, it's a baby set. I haven't thought of a lot of alternatives that's not baby for this one. It is actual size on the front of the thing. So it has, I mean, to me, this is an old-fashioned bassinet. But it's like, it looks like it's made out of wicker or something. But maybe not wicker because it's not woven. Anyway, it's like a bassinet. Tell me if that's the wrong word. 4 legs, a little blanket hanging over the side of it. These are outline images that you can color in. Then there is a rug image, like an oval rug that you can put below the bassinet. It even has, like, it's open where the legs would go when you stamp it. So, you know, it won't look funny. Anyway, they designed it that way on purpose, but I think you could use the rug alone, put a pet on it or something, and you wouldn't notice these missing parts. Anyway, then there's like for a mobile, there's an arm that curves at the top but it's it's a separate stamp. So you can attach it obviously to the bassinet. And then there's a mobile stamp that has a whale hanging from it and a star and a moon. A whale, a star, and a moon. So obviously you can put that all together and make the mobile, or you can do the mobile separate for whatever reason. Then there's a little bottle of milk, sort of with half full of milk. There is a little elephant, very small, like that's about a 1/2 inch tall elephant. Again, these are all outline. You can color them in. The bassinet is a little over 2 inches tall by 2.5. And then all these words: welcome, little one, sweet, baby, girl, boy, bundle of joy. So there we go. Cradled in Love. Super cute if you need babysit. Let's see what Kelly said. Maybe the bassinet, you could put a bouquet of flowers and use it as a planter. Good idea. Here's Brittany again, y'all. Hey, Marilyn, good morning. Cindy says, I love this set. It is really pretty. You know, I think the only thing is if you need baby stuff, you know. Y'all know what I mean, which a lot of people do. I'm trying to get her unblurry. Now she's gonna bite me, which is not mean. I think she's playing, but she does bite when she. Oh my goodness! But we don't really have time for this today, Brittany. Okay, we're on page 8. By the way, I think this year's celebration has the most gifts to choose from ever, from all celebrations. This is the stippled, softly stippled 12 by 12 designer paper. Colors are Calypso Coral, Lost Lagoon, Pebbled Path, Pool Party, and Wild Wheat. It coordinates with a stamp set called Stippled Roses. It's a bundle. So there are stamped images and dies that coordinate with it. I'm going to look real quick because I don't own the bundle yet. Stippled Roses. So I'm going to see if it looks like you can die cut out any of these images. I think I might have checked it already, and it's a no. Yeah, I think this. So the dies in the stamp set do not coordinate with the images in the paper, but the style and everything does coordinate. Unless there might be one on this page, one die. It's hard for me to tell from looking in the book. If anyone knows, you can tell us. Yes, it does. Okay, Pat, so does that mean Brittany is very social today? It's a no. I tried it. Thank you, Pat. Thank you. I didn't think so, but, you know, can't really tell. Okay, let's look at this. This first page is sort of a off-white background and then pebbled path. Is that what this color is? Yes. Bunches of roses. And I think the flowers are roses to me. So there's some with 2 flowers, some with 1, and they are all separate, so you can hand cut them out, but unfortunately does not match the dies. And the color is stippled roses, so you could definitely get out your Stampin' Blends and color these up. So you can leave them plain or color. The back, I think this is one of those okay, no, not 100%. Anyway, the back of this is like a dry brush Calypso Coral with white dry brush strokes on it. Then we have this sheet here. It is, trying to see if I have it upside down. Almost not ombre. It's almost like the baby wipe technique where you take a baby wipe and you drop dots of ink all over it of different colors. This will be 2 colors, Lost Lagoon and Wild Wheat. And then you stamp in it. And when you stamp, you get like a tie-dye type image. That's how this image looks. It's off-white background, and then flowers and leaves. Honestly, these leaves are just kind of giant here. They almost look like seed pods or something, but I think they are leaves, or maybe it's a flower bud. It's hard for me to tell. Anyway, they're medium-sized flowers, sort of growing up top to bottom. The stems sort of just continue to the top, but then there'll be a flower and a little break and then more. So hopefully that description helps with the colors I said. I do not know what kind of flowers these are. It does comment. Uh-oh. It was for your comment about the gifts in the celebration. Oh, yes, like that there's more than ever. Okay, so there's that one. Then we have a wild wheat, sort of, again, dry brush. The whole sheet is that. Pool party with smaller bunches of just white flowers all over, not really any leaves, just little bunches of flowers in different configurations. And it's a distressed white on the pool party there on the background. So, in my opinion, difficult to hand cut out. I would just use it as a background. Then this one is sort of like a woven pattern in the wild wheat with some white mixed in, like the cat finally settled on the chair, y'all. I think she's going to stay away. Like the back of a rug or linen, not linen, burlap, maybe like burlap, but it's a wild wheat, so it's a little lighter. Zinnias, could be Janet. That's one where when y'all, I mean, I appreciate you telling me the name of the flowers, but then I don't know. So Janet says zinnias, and Cindy says, isn't that vanilla beans? It does look like some kind of bean to me. I don't know, but I am no flower expert or plant expert. Okay, this is a pool party background with, it's pool party. It looks textury, almost like fabric, like a linen, and there's just little white details in it going horizontal and up and down portrait, I guess. But those white pieces make it look like a fabric to me. Okay, this one is wild wheat with light wild wheat background with a slightly darker wild wheat stems and leaves only, no flowers, growing from top to bottom, small leaves, maybe 1/2 inch or less, and it's just like plants growing all over it, but growing top to bottom. Okay, then we have a pebbled path, texture-y background. Again, sort of textile fabric. Not sure what kind of fabric on that one. Itchy if I was going to wear it. And then this piece is Calypso Coral, light Calypso Coral background with darker Calypso Coral. These sort of stippled, as the paper name describes, stippled roses all over. There are some leaves. It's like if you had a ton of roses side by side and you couldn't see anything below them, and you just had a 12 by 12 piece of that. That's how they are. Then we have another of the baby wipe technique coloring with Calypso Coral, wild wheat, and pebbled path. And these are more very stippled, but more larger flowers, It's not like stems like the other one. It's just flowers and leaves. Flowers and leaves side by side. A little bit overlapping, not really good for cutting out, just a good background. And a very distressed background, like dots all over the white part, the off-white part. Itchy. Exactly, Ro. Linen paper. Ooh, yes, linen paper. Very true. I forgot they make paper out of linen. Duh. Last but not least, a really gorgeous pebbled path and white dry brush. Like you mix the two colors together. Okay. Next is the embellishment. These are the opaque faceted gems, free with the 50. Everything I've shown you so far is free with 50. No limit. You spend 100, you get to pick 2, or one $100 item. You spend 150, you pick 3, or 100 and a 50, and you can get as many of one thing as you want. There's no limits during celebration. Okay, these opaque faceted gems are, you get 150, 50 each of 3 colors in 2 sizes. They are Calypso Coral, Pecan Pie, and Pool Party. So, of course, they're going to coordinate great with that paper I just showed you. So there's 2 rows of the larger of each color, 3 rows of the smaller of each color. They are faceted, so they catch the light. And that's pretty much it. Sticky on the back. I think I described those. They're really pretty. They're going to be really pretty when you mix them with that paper. So this is the paper that is foil. Now this one, actually, foil paper comes from China. So I don't know if this one might run out because it'll take longer to come back in. It's called Most Adored. It is a specialty paper. It coordinates with the Adoring Hearts bundle, which I do have, I believe. So I'll show you that when I get to it. 12 sheets, 2 designs, gold foil. Yeah. The colors they show are Flirty Flamingo and Real Red. And I was going to look some. Oh, I'm just going to real quick look up the price. So our specialty paper in this catalog is $16.50. So that's the value of this paper. Okay, so we have a piece of white with gold marble, or really what it looks like is when you take white paint and drop in a couple of drops of gold and barely start mixing it, and how you get those lines. That's what it looks like. And it's foil and it's gorgeous. So it could be marble or mixed paint, whatever you want to call it. Then the back of that is the Real Red with very light, slightly angled like almost a plaid pattern in white and Pool Party lines. They're very thin lines. And again, it's at a slight angle. It's not exactly diagonal, but it's not straight up and down. And they go both directions to form squares. Okay, then we have a non-foil, but the same description as the first one, the white mixed with Flirty Flamingo for a, that's the whole sheet, marble or mixed paint. The back of that is white with small gold flowers with stems, a gold foil all over them. I guess I have it upside down. And there's little bitty hearts in between, tiny hearts, 1/8-inch hearts. It is gold foil. My camera's looking ugly today. Anyway, just a real pretty background there. Then we have this gold foil. Woo, it's a white background, and it's like a plaid, but with different thicknesses, more space between some lines and less between others. So white background, gold foil lines. And I don't know if you can see it in the video. I'm thinking not, but the lines are not completely solid. These gold lines are like a little bit patterned with little lines in them. Pretty pink, yes. Yeah, this paper is gorgeous. So then there's this sheet. It's like a light Flirty Flamingo. It's a little bit, like you sponged white on it in certain places. And it has printed all over it these little white hearts. They are about 3/4 of an inch tall, and they are made out of like greenery, like outline drawn white leaves. I can't think of what that word is, but not a wreath, but almost like you formed a heart out of a wreath. I can't think of the word. So pretty. And then the next one is a sheet of white with gold, like rose type flowers all over. They're outline only. So you probably could color these in. You definitely can hand cut them out. They're exact, repeating the same flowers over and over, almost in a, well, definitely in a pattern. So it's a great background, but you can hand cut them out. And then, so there's this larger 1 by 1 3/4 inch chunks of flower leaf, little bud. And then in between those are smaller flowers, all gold. But the back, I love the back of this one because it's just red, real red, with tiny, evenly distributed 1/8 inch white hearts all over. Just a normal Valentine paper, red with white hearts all over it. I love it. And then this one, though, I think is my favorite. So it's white and it has falling hearts, just like snow or rain. Top, if you cut this in half, each side is going to look exactly the same. So there are less hearts in the center portion, and then they get thicker towards the bottom. And then if you flip it up around, thicker towards the bottom. So it's one of those where you can cut it in half and cut it into 3 pieces and make 6 cards, or you can do whatever you want. But with the gold foil, it's just gorgeous. So pretty. And then the back of that one is a pink flamingo background with pink and red plaid all over. It's really pretty. Then we have the last one, the last back and front is white with gold foil lines, like brush strokes drawn. If you're looking at it the way I am, from top to bottom, they are not connected. So it's like, do a little brush stroke, lift it up, skip some space, do a little brush stroke. They're all over that, just like you did random gold foil brush strokes all over. Lots of space in between them, so a lot of white shows. It's just really pretty. I can't wait to see what everybody else makes with these, because it'll be better than what I make. And then last but not least, light flirty flamingo background with a 1/2 inch symmetrical, beautiful, normal flirty flamingo hearts all over in an even pattern. So this paper is like, I think, a hidden gem in this celebration. It is called, again, Most Adored, and it's on page 9. Okay, next up, Free with 50 is Heartfelt Hellos. This is a red rubber stamp set. It's all words. I think they're going to be actual size on the front here. Yes. 6 images. So we have Dad, you're the best. Hello, in a nice big cursive. It's like it's about 3/4 inches tall. Happy Mother's Day. So happy, then mothers in cursive, and day, which is a good 1 1/4 inches tall. Love you more. Enjoy your day. Thinking of you this Easter. So it's just a great set. You got Mother's and Father's Day, whichever you need, or both. A generic hello, a generic enjoy your day, Easter, and love you. So it can work with so many different things. I think they really made it to work with all the stuff in celebration, really. But of course, we own enough stuff that it can work with anything in the world. Yeah, no. But okay, last paper from this book is the tools. This is on page 11. I am using this paper in my new catalog kickoff and the Jumpstart Your Celebration for demo training. Sign up by today for that one. It's basic black, copper clay, crushed curry, gray granite, Lost Lagoon, and Poppy Parade. So it's on page 11. This has, I think, okay, so there's a couple of sheets with a bunch of tools all over it. There are dies there's a bundle called the Trusty Tools bundle, which I'll show you later. So I haven't looked yet to see what dies cut out what images here. But some of them you may be able to cut out and some you'll hand cut out. But anyway, so there's a sheet, white background, and pretty large tools all over it. So they're going to be great to hand cut out or die cut. Like the saw is 3.5 inches by about 1 inch. That's the biggest one. And then they go down from there. Although I guess the drill is pretty big as well. Almost 3 inches by 2 1/4. Okay, so there's a drill. And they're in different colors of all the colors I named. A hammer, screwdriver, pliers or wire cutters, wrench, pencil, Allen wrench or whatever this one's called, measuring tape, other kind of pliers, and wrench it. Like there's all kinds of stuff. Screwdrivers, I don't remember what all I said now. Needle nose. I don't know if I'm saying all the right names. Of course, the drill and saw. Okay, gorgeous. Then there's like almost a drafting paper. So it's sort of got a blue tone with blue grid lines all over it, both directions. Real red or Poppy Parade, sorry. All just solid Poppy Parade with white small screwdrivers. It's a pattern. So there's like screwdriver up, down, to form a pattern. But of course you could go ahead and hand cut those out as well. And then this is just a distressed gray granite background. Great for masculine. This is a crushed curry with hammers forming like an X. So like making a little graphic design but from hammer to hammers. And then in between those is little like nails, but they form, it's like forming a graphic image, but with tools. So, and it's all yellow. The tools are just darker yellow. They're just silhouettes. So it's just a great background. And then this one is the gray granite background with white, the tops of screws and bolts. Yeah, screws and bolts. You got your needle, your Phillips head and your regular, and then bolts. They're very tiny, like 1/4 inch. Then this one is red with gray stripes, like the patterns you see on some toolboxes. So it's different amounts of spacing between the really thick gray stripes and the red background. And then this one is Lost Lagoon with white screws. And then those little things that the screw goes into to like anchor it to the wall. And then bolts and the tops of the screws, like a little circle with a line through it. Forming a very uniform pattern in rows across the sheet. It's real pretty. It's like pretty masculine paper. This one is super good for masculine, back to school, and crafting. I love it. It's crushed curry with ruler markings in lines all the way across, but no numbers. So it can be like for the whole world. Yeah, I love that. And then this one is sort of like, forgot what that stuff's called. When you have it on the walls in your garage with the little holes in it, you can hang stuff from it. It's like that, but it's in the copper clay. So copper clay background, and the dots are like light copper clay. Hey, GN. Another love. I know. This paper is so good. And I'm not even into tools, But I did buy the bundle, and we are going to use it at my kickoff because I think it's going to make super cute cards. Okay, here's the other sheet that has all the tools you can cut out. There's like a big round blade that's like, I don't know, anyway, pointy blade on the edges. It's a circle, pointy blades, a hole in the middle to put it on your tool thing. Vice grip things, leveler, other kinds of plier type things, other kinds of think this is some kind of woodworking tool, wrenches, paintbrushes. The paintbrushes are cute. Again, we had such a cute card in one of my recent team meeting swaps where she used the paintbrushes from the stamp set and made a crafting card. So these paintbrushes are pretty large. They're like the kind you would paint your walls with. And then on this paper, they have a color at the tip, yellow, red, blue, etc. And you can stamp it that way too. So anyway, super cute. Saw. There is another type of saw on this page. And then the back of that one, that's the last one, is a Lost Lagoon with sort of a distressed pattern on it. Okay. That was page 11, page 12, and then 13. I am using these in my new catalog kickoff. They're separate though. Jungle Pals stamp set is free with a $50 purchase. Ooh, it's red rubber. I'm surprised. It is a red rubber stamp set. So I'll be using this in my new catalog kickoff. Anyway, it's what it says. It's 5 jungle creatures. There's a tiger. Y'all have to tell me, alligator or crocodile, sloth, lemur, and toucan. I think that's a toucan. They pretty much are all outline images that you would need to color in. Although I could see stamping the tiger on orange paper and die cutting it out. So anyway, that's free with 50. The animals are, the sloth looks like he's hanging from a tree, by the way. So he's like upside down. The alligator, crocodile's 1 1/4 by 2 1/2. The tiger is the biggest one, and they look like cute little animals, like for kids, 3 inches, because the tail's coming out by like 1 3/4. So yeah, they're not scary animals. It's like they're realistic, but they're cute for kids. That's free with 50. And then the coordinating dies, Jungle Pal dies, are free with a $100 purchase. So there is an awesome big die that cuts out like a giant tree trunk with 3 vine branches hanging off of it. So I'm sure you can use that either direction, straight up and down, or the other way, and put that sloth on there somehow. There's several tropical leaf dies to form your scenes and plants. And again, they can be coming from the ground or hanging from the top. You can cut out, of course, all of the animals. There is a tropical flower. Let me see if there's more than 1 flower. 2 flowers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different types of leaves, and then like a vine with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leaves on it. And again, I'm sure you can combine that with the trees or with not. They have the trees in the catalog, this big one going up the side of the card. They have these vines die cut in 2 different colors and sort of next to each other, this way and this way. So it's so cute. I'm going to use it in my new catalog kickoff event. So you can register for that to get some samples with it. With 10 grandkids, with 10 great grandkids, this set will get used a lot, Rose says. Yes, ma'am. Softly Sophisticated. This is a bundle that's free with a $100 purchase. So you will get the stamp set, Softly Sophisticated photopolymer stamp set there, and the Softly Sophisticated embossing folder. So I showed this last week, this folder on my video. It just makes a really pretty, elegant background pattern. So that's going to work with a ton of stuff. And then the stamp set has, hello there, you're in my thoughts. I really appreciate you, in really pretty, pretty fancy cursive writing. And then there are these 2-step floral images that you can stamp the stems separate from the flowers to make, flowers, obviously. But you don't have to worry. You can stamp your stems and leaves in green and your flowers in whatever color you want. So that's gorgeous, free with a $100 purchase. And then last but not least, free with $100 is the detailed dogwood stamp set. Sorry, it's red rubber. This is free with $100, so it's going to be a much, more substantial stamp set. than the other ones. You can see, yeah, the images shown on the front of my package are smaller than the actual images that will get stamped. Yeah, they don't show it actual size in the book. I just realized that in this catalog, they don't show actual size. But anyway, they do in the other book. So we have, I'm assuming, dogwood flowers here. A large bunch of those growing from the ground. There's like 2 big flowers and some buds and some flowers opening up and leaves. There's one that's more of a stem with just buds, like it hasn't bloomed yet. There is this image that is a dragonfly, but like artistic, so the wings are words. A floral image that's just a stem with solid leaves, no need to color in. You would want to, or you might want to color in the dogwood flowers. They are outline as well as the other one I told you about. But then here's a solid flower, just a single 4-leaf flower that is solid. You can stamp without coloring in. There's sort of a little decorative, flourishy, flowery type image. There's like a old-fashioned typewriter key that has the ampersand sign in it image. There's a little image here that I'm assuming fits our punch. This punch here, let me grab. Oh, I forgot. I can't think of the name of it, but it goes with our small alphabet stamp set. Yeah, it's going to fit that. Best label is what this punch is called, best label. And there's a small label that says, you know, NO, like number, and then there's a line below that. And then there is a dotted border image and another shorter border image that's just hash marks. So it's a very artistic stamp set, if you didn't pick up on that. Artistic. And it's going to make gorgeous cards. Okay, so there's that. That is Celebration. Of course, don't forget, you get, there's also an offer during Celebration if you join Stampin' Up. Free, you can get the free glass mat studio. Or if you don't want that, you can just get an additional $30 in merchandise for free. That is starting January 4th. And then you can get the host. So if you have an order or party over $300 during Celebration, which starts January 5th, you will get an additional $30 in free merchandise. It's an incredible deal. So you can host a party, you can gather orders from your friends, you can put in a big order, whatever you want to do. Okay, I'm moving on. I've already been talking for over an hour, and I only did the small book, so I think I have to talk a lot faster. This is page 11 of this mini catalog. I am skipping the Be My Valentine bundle because I showed all of that on last week's video. That's starts on page 8. And I'm only showing you guys what I bought. So this is the Sending Love bundle. I'm using it in my new catalog kickoff event. It's red rubber. It is a bundle, so you have dies with it. And it, I didn't even think really anything of this when it first came out or when I first saw the book. But then I saw a video over on the demonstrator planning place where demonstrators get extra inspiration. And I was like, OMG, this is so cute. So I bought it, of course. So there is a full-on mailbox, the old-fashioned kind that sits at the end of your driveway on a wooden column. It's open. It's got the little flag up. Of course, you can stamp and die cut that out. It's outlined. You can color it in. There is like stamp type images, like the little wavy lines they stamp when they cancel your stamp. There is this sort of U.S. Post Office type image with the solid, broken, angled lines. I don't know what you call that, but you see that on like envelopes and stuff. Anyway, so there's those. There is a regular, like a small envelope that will perfectly, you know, look like it's coming out of this mailbox. You can stamp and, of course, die cut that out. There is welcome friend, mail, a little love from me to you. This one says, I miss you. Like I, and then under it, miss, under that you, and then a little note to say. A little note to say is it's circular around that. So it's a circle image. And then there's another one similar. It's got 2 hearts inside, and then what it says around it is sent with love, sent with love, sent with love, 3 times. And then there is a circle die here. I only see one. So there's a small circle to fit the smaller one. And maybe you can cut out I miss you, but not the outside part. Not sure why. Maybe we have another circle somewhere else that fits that. I don't know. Okay, so I think, oh, and there's just a solid heart and then some outline hearts, 4 of them. That is one image sort of floating up. And then there's a little bitty bird, of course, that could be on the mailbox or whatever. And again, outline on him so you could color him in. I think I said all the images now. There's 12 of them. And then the stamp, the dies, you can cut out the 4 floating hearts. You can cut out the single heart, the circle, like I said. Oh, there's 2 dies. Oh, there's 2 dies for the little heart and 2 dies for the 4 hearts. So that's, I love it when they do that. So you can cut out double, stamp twice, cut once. There is a big bow image. Not big, but excuse me while I rip my packaging apart. There's a bow image. I guess that probably is to go on the front of the envelope. So there is the small envelope you can stamp and die cut out and put in this little thing. But then you can make a whole nother like post mailbox and then a bigger envelope that will cut and score, and you can fold it up and put it in there. And then there's like a piece, like a wood grain stand for this one. You can just build a whole mailbox out of this. There's the flag. Y'all, I don't have the words. Y'all can bet we're going to be using this in my camp. And then to build up your mailbox, you have like a little bushes die and a little grass die. So I'm going to cut this real quick. This video might be 5 hours, and I'm supposed to be typing instructions today for my classes that are this weekend, but that's okay. Let's see. Did I lose anybody yet? I'm just going to use white paper. I have to cut it down. But I don't know if you guys are like me. I did not realize this until I saw that Stampin' Up video, like how versatile this bundle is. I was like, I don't need a mailbox Valentine's set. And I ordered it later after I saw all the samples they showed. Okay. So let me see if I can figure it out without any instruction. Yes, they did the video, but okay, look at that. So it folds up like that. Your of course, you would do it correctly. Your mailbox can open. You can put your flag on here. There's holes, so you could like use a brad. And then here's the stand. Is that not adorable, y'all? And then you can, I meant to die cut out that letter also at the same time, and I forgot. I'm sure you can put this letter inside that box. You can put those little stamp, little stripes on it. Like, it's going to be so cute. Receive Sending Love Bundle and B Valentine Bundle this week. Can't wait to use them. Yay, Kathy. And Linda's like, I will rewatch the video to study. Fold away from the score marks. So let's see how big this one. So it makes this like fully openable envelope. See if it's right in there. I think you can put a little note in there. How adorable. You can put the bow on it. Wrap up that. Maybe the bow goes on the mailbox too. I'm not sure. But you could wrap this envelope with a bow. Super cute. Okay, I gotta say, I love it. There's that. That is on page 11. It's just a bundle. It's not a suite. But, I know, I'm telling you, they did that to me, so I had to do it to y'all. Put this with that celebration paper I showed y'all with the gold foil. Match made in heaven. Y'all can bet I'm going to be using that on my kickoff event. Let me save these for instruction for later for myself. It's so cute. Oh, so cute. Okay, there we go. And they do show it in the catalog if you look at the samples on page 11. But, like, I didn't notice that. Not at all. Did not notice it at all. Okay, let's move on. I said I was in a hurry and I didn't. So you've seen this one before, so I don't have to go into detail on it, but is the Heartfelt Hexagon Bundle. It's actually, you can buy this right now, even if you're a customer. They released it early when we had our World Card Making Day. It's a gorgeous bundle. I'm using it in the paper share with Alejandra, and we will be using it to design our 8 make and takes, which that's optional. You can do the paper only, but you can add on the share for like $20 extra, and you'll get to make 8 cards and have a whole Facebook party with Alejandra and I. So anyway, this is that set that has this gorgeous hexagon punch that's sort of like rounded corners hexagon. Lots of greetings to put inside the punch: birthday, wedding, joy, hugs, sympathy for you. It's very versatile, but I have already described Heartfelt Hexagon Bundle, so I'll skip that for now. I mean, like the detailed description. Next up that I bought, I really want page 13, the Hooray for Surprises bundle, but I couldn't get it yet, but y'all need to check that one out. Still, because the hexagon, the one on page 13, it's like it die cuts out this thing, then your friends can peel and tear and reveal the greeting. You got to check out page 13. I just couldn't get it in the budget yet. Okay, on page 15, I do not have the bundles. This is a suite called Forever Love. But y'all, I got this paper, and it is the best. And then I got the Petal Pink and Pretty Peacock foil gems and the that's the paper. The Pretty Peacock gold and metallic ribbon. This alone is great. There is a bundle, though. Is it just one? Yeah, there is a bundle you can get to go with it, but I don't have that yet. But I wanted every paper and accessory in the catalog. So here we go. This is again, I turned the page too soon. Forever Love 12 by 12 specialty. It will be $16.50. It is Moody Mauve, Petal Pink, Pretty Peacock, Very Vanilla. Okay, so this first sheet is Moody Mauve with gold foil large flowers all over it. Now, I checked. They do not fit. It looks exactly like it would fit a die. It does not. You're going to have to hand cut those out, but I think it's going to be worth it. It's different types of flowers and these almost like a bouquet, but not, but these little bunches of them, just a stem, some leaves, and 3 or 4 flowers. Again, all different types of flowers. It's beautiful. If y'all can see it in real life, it's so beautiful. Okay, the back of that is just like a vanilla with little blue lines and dots all over it. It's just a nice background. Then we have a Pretty Peacock. I'm checking my colors. Yes. Solid Pretty Peacock background. This is not like the distressed kind of paper. With gold foil vines and flowers growing top to bottom. They're almost like a daisy style of flower. And there's leaves and stems. Really small, intertwined with each other. Gorgeous background. Then we have a pink background. Petal pink background with, I guess those are Moody Mauve flowers, but honestly, in real life, they look purple. They look purple. Anyway, so I know a lot of y'all love purple so much. Let me get real quick. Yeah, if you put it with the Moody Mauve cardstock, it looks fine. And maybe Moody Mauve is considered a purple. However, if you just use it alone, you can call it purple and you'll have your purple fix. Anyway, petal pink with little bitty Moody Mauve, just artistic little flowers all over. They're almost like tulip type flowers. Okay, this is a pretty peacock background with sections of vines growing top to bottom in gold foil, space in between, another section. I don't know if this has a name. It's almost like a garland you would put on the fireplace, but more straight, obviously. And they're just like open, drawn leaves. It's mostly the leaves. You don't even see a vine. You just see leaf after leaf after leaf. Really pretty. The back of that one is Moody Mauve with sort of very vanilla, super thin stripes going across every half inch or so. Okay, we have another gorgeous one like the first one, different flowers, but it's it's Pretty Peacock. I'm going to show you it next to this. It's Pretty Peacock background with bunches of flowers all over, but they're more like no stems, just the flowers. 1, 2, 3 flowers. There are some single stems with a couple of flowers on them here and there as well. Hand cut those out, leave it as a background. Either way, it'll be gorgeous. What do y'all think about this paper? Laura, thank you. This paper is really pretty too. Vanilla background here with just little bitty Pretty Peacock. It's a branch with 3 to 6 leaves on it, and they're open leaves. It's just a nice background. Then this one, gorgeous Pretty Peacock background, gold foil pattern, diagonal lines going both directions to form about a half-inch square in the middle at the corner of each where the lines meet, and they're not lines, they're vines that form the lines. And then at the corners where some of them meet are like little rose type flowers. It's so pretty. Then the back of that one, yes, is petal pink with just a geometric fancy pattern on it in vanilla, small pattern. This last sheet is Pretty Peacock, gold foil, flowers. This is like a floral background. Y'all remember the floral background stamps we've had or have? I don't remember if they're what's current. Where it's literally all flowers. You can't get an inch of anything in between. That's what these look like. Some of the flowers pop out larger and some are smaller. It's really, really pretty. And the back of that is a gorgeous petal pink with light and dark petal and vanilla fancy pattern. It's just like a background. I can't think of how you would describe it, but it's fancy. Like something you would see on a fancy wallpaper, or maybe a pattern in a old building or something. Must-have list is growing, Laura. Yes. Okay, now I got to figure out where to put this. There we go. Okay, next, this is I'm going to page 1819. Now, I did not get the new brayer, which is on these pages. I just didn't, because I don't know what to do with it yet. I'm going to wait till y'all show me what to do with it. But, oh, I forgot to finish that page real quick. Sorry. To go with that gorgeous paper I just showed you is the Pretty Peacock ribbon. It is called Metallic Ribbon Pretty Peacock in gold. It's probably a half-inch. Trying to look. 3/8 of an inch wide. It's almost like see-through it here in real life. So it's very thin. It's Pretty Peacock with the gold woven through it. It's very thin, like I said. I'm going to tie a bow real quick just to make sure it's super easy, which it feels like it is. Yep. And it's just gorgeous. So there's that. And then there's these peacock and petal pink foiled gems. So they're sticky, they're small and large, and they have little gold flecks inside. They're just round, half circle round. Beautiful. April and I were going to use those on our cruise, but we ended up using a different gem that I'll show you later. Okay, the Adoring Hearts bundle is the stamp set is photopolymer. It is, you know, not just Valentine, but it's like love themed. So it has Just for You, You Are Most Loved, and loved is a real, hey, Miriam. Hey, Miriam, good to see you. Thank you so much. Okay, You Are Most Loved, and loved is a really large cursive. So pretty. To my Valentine in cursive, celebrating you in cursive with all my heart, and I adore you. And then there's a floral image, sort of like roses, 2 roses, a stem, some berries and leaves coming out. These are outlined, so you can color them. There's another just stem with flowers and leaves, outline, color in. There is the heart made out of this, actually, I think is the image that matches that designer paper from Celebration when I was describing the heart that's made out of floral elements. This is larger, though, than that pattern, but I think it matches it. So it's a heart made out of leaves and flowers. You can color them in, their outline. And then one more heart. It's like it's a very thin line drawn heart. And at the bottom of it is, it's made out of leaves. A little V made out of leaves. Okay. Then what's bundled with that, so you can, like all bundles, purchase it separately or together. And I am going to run this through the die cut machine real quick for y'all, is a hybrid embossing folder. Look at it. It looks amazing. It's a hybrid embossing folder. So you get the folder and the dies in one purchase. You cannot purchase these separately. It's called Adoring Hearts Hybrid Embossing Folder. So you can bundle it with the stamp set or buy it alone, but you can't get these separate. So when you have a hybrid embossing folder, first of all, look at all these heart dies. I'll take this one off. First of all, you could just cut this and get 9 hearts, and they are not tiny. You could get 9 1 1/4 by 1 1/2 inch hearts. There's also other heart dies in here, some with shapes inside and some too solid. You can emboss 9 hearts with little hearts in the background, and each heart on the embossing has a pattern inside it. Or you can do both, where you emboss and die cut at the same time. And so the die interlocks, and you run this through the folder, and it will emboss all those hearts, the patterns on there, but they will die cut out at the same time. You run it through just like a normal 3D embossing folder. So you need your gray plate, which comes with the die cut machine. You take off platform 2 and all of your clear plates. Where's my gray plate? I have a gray plate here, but where's my other one? Where is it? It's not in its spot. Thank goodness I have them all over the room. Okay, here's number 4. This is for 3D, the thick ones. Grab a piece of paper. Can you be big enough? Yes. So, paper inside. We're doing this quick, like not designing anything. This, so it's just on top of platform. I'm trying to rearrange the paper. Platform 1, folded end of the folder is going to go into my machine first. Don't roll it backwards, because then it's not the folded end anymore, and that matters. Gray plate on top, roll it through one time. This is obviously, but this is my first time doing this. And see, it die cuts and embosses all of those hearts at one time. 9 of them, different patterns on each one. Gorgeous. I just did white because I'm just grabbing what I have. You could also run this through as a normal die cut and just get hearts. So do the designer paper, do your red paper, whatever you want. And then you can also go, I should have made this paper taller, but that's fine. You can just emboss paper, of course, without cutting it out. So there we go. And then let me look at the stamp set. Probably this heart fits this stamped heart right here. This die probably fits that stamped heart. There it is on a sheet, just embossed. I know Stampin' Up is genius, right, Lori? Or whoever invented these kind of folders. They genius. It's bugging me that I don't know where my gray plate is. But okay, so then you can also die cut out these detail hearts. You can die cut out a row of 4 hearts. There's a little banner. There's some leaves, like lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. Sorry, I was checking comments. Some other little greenery dies there. Okay, so there is that one. Again, that's a bundle or sold separately. Then we have this one. I'm also going to run it through real quick because I'm curious to see how this one looks. This is the other 3D. Sorry, what is it called? Hybrid. It's called Thoughtful Moments. It is sold individually, as in one price for these 2 items, but it's not bundled with a stamp set. So there's this folder that says, hello, thank you, oh, happy day, thinking of you, love you, with sympathy, celebrate just because you make me happy and get well. It's a thick 3D 6x6 folder. And then there is the die. And they do show this with the brayer, so obviously you can add color, you know, but you could also add color other ways to the folder and then run it through, and the ink goes onto the paper. Okay, so we're going to lock it in just like we did the last one. Which side? I'm going to lock it in. Hold on, let me hold it. Yep, I had to hold it differently. See how it's kind of locked in? I'm moving my thumb and it's not shifting. I'm going to get a piece of paper. I'm going to run it through. See how these words look. Is it worth it or not? Okay, my paper is, let me just cut a bigger one. Really, your paper should be 6 inches tall instead of a half a sheet. But I cut it in half. But these folders are 6 inches wide. Or big. They're 6x6 square. Okay, so y'all know how I run it through, folded end into the machine first. That's to keep your, this one takes muscles. That's to keep your stuff from breaking, your folder from breaking. Oh my goodness. I hope I didn't do anything wrong. It's really thick. Hold on. Let me go backwards. Did I put a plate back on here? No. It's all good. It's just super thick. Oh my goodness. Muscles. Oh. Fine. You hear those kind of noises, it's fine. Okay, so there we go. So if you added ink to the folder before you ran it through, the ink would transfer. And it depends on which side you add it to, which side of the folder, as to whether the ink goes on the top where the H is, for example, or at the bottom section. It makes a shadow. So there's all those words. Pretty quick and easy way to make greetings for a card, honestly. I can see this in like a foil. It's pretty awesome. If you only wanted to do 1 or 2 words, you just cut smaller pieces of paper. Look at that, celebrate. Ooh, okay, I love it. I do love this. Yes, you do need this bundle. I'm just kidding. Who is it, Lori? I mean, it's so, what I'm amazed at is it looks like I aligned something perfectly, but you don't have to align anything. long as you get this in the groove there, it's aligned. It was tight when I ran it through for whatever reason, so just be aware of that. And then there's these other little dies in here, stars, the most adorable tiny rainbow to the tiniest clouds you've ever seen, flowers, leaves, another rainbow, hearts. So that's that bundle. And it was called Thoughtful Moments Hybrid Embossing Folder. Okay, I think that's all I'm demoing today as far as that. Oops, almost unplugged everything. As far as that goes, I just did want to see that for myself and show you guys, because if you've never seen a hybrid, describing it doesn't make any sense. Ooh, yeah, they show some cool examples in the catalog where it's like just the outline has ink on it. Use a sponge brayer to ink logo side of embossing folder, then add dies. We'll have to test it out. Okay, next is Perennial Lavender. This is on page 23. This is a whole suite of a bunch of stuff. Of course, when you hear lavender, you know it's purple. I'm trying to look. I'm trying to see if I missed a product here. I think I got it all. Okay, so we have the, is it, by the way? Yeah, I need to, y'all, I might have to make this a two-part video. I think I had to make this a two-part video because I have too many instructions to type today. I think I'm going to have to stop at 11, which is in 15 to 18 minutes. I'll just have to do it. Carmen, that's on your list. Love it. Did self-adhesive pack of paper to make it easy peasy. Ooh, yes. Who said that? Mark. Hold on. Lori. Yes, great idea. Martha said, now I have to have this set. I love it. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to break this into a second video next week, y'all. Unless I have time sooner. I might do it. I don't know. I'm going to look at my calendar. I'm just taking too long and I don't want to rush through it. Okay, Perennial Lavender is on page 23. I'm going to change the name of the video to part 1. It's a whole suite that includes 2 bundles, designer paper, embellishments, and another embellishment. So let's look at these bundles first. We have the Painted Lavender stamp set, photopolymer, actual size here on the front of my package, and I'm going to assume these are lavender flowers. Do we agree? Yay, Valley Chick. This is going to be part 1. Okay, so I see in these stamps, I haven't used these yet. However, I am using this in my March retreat and new catalog kickoff. So I'll be playing with them soonish. But it appears to me that there's some 2-step and some single images going on. So I think you can stamp these big old flowers here sort of on these stems. So there's different versions of flowers here, y'all. Or maybe this is just flowers that come in purple. I don't know. As far as what these real plants are called. Anyway, so you can 2-step some of these. There's another stem here that, yeah, these are going to look really good on these 2 tall, skinny flower images. There's some that I think will be fine by themselves and or combining side by side with other images, like this one that's just stems with leaves and this one that's more like flowers. They're all solid, no coloring needed, my favorite kind of stamp. So there's basically 5 floral. Ooh, this one might be where these flowers go. I got to look at the instructions and the samples in the book and stuff to see how these get put together. Oh yeah, they do show this stem with these flowers in a sample. And yes, they showed these 2 together. It's more like die cut them out though and then glue them together. Anyway, we'll figure it out. It's going to make some beautiful stuff. And then there's one that's just like a little area, like a wildflowers growing in a field or whatever. There's this little background image. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a bunch of little bugs or butterflies flying or just a background, because it's sort of an even pattern of 3 lines of little images. And then there is a double butterfly image, one flying with its wings opened and one from the side where you just see the 2 wings. But that's one image with those 2. And they're small. Again, you don't need to color them in. It's fine. So that's painted lavender. Now these dies, of course, are going to cut out all of the stamped images plus other little standalone flowers and greenery. So if you look in the catalog on page 22, you'll see this gorgeous sample on the left of 22 where they used those standalone greeneries behind these stamped images. It looks gorgeous. So that's painted lavender. And then there's no words in it, though, if you noticed. So all the words are in perennial postage. Now, I've already used these dies, perennial postage, with the cruise because they're amazing. So perennial postage dies, whether you want this other stuff or not, put it on your list because it's a bunch of labels. We've got the largest, and so you hear the word postage. They are notched. These rectangles are notched all the way around like old-fashioned postage stamps. I guess the new ones are too. They're just like sticky. Anyway, so it's got those notches. So there's actually rectangles and 2 squares. This largest rectangle is about 5 inches by 3 3/4. Then there's one smaller than that. Then there's 3 that sort of could nest inside each other that are a smaller. The biggest one is a little over 2 inches by about 3. If I'm looking, maybe a little less than 3, 2 3/4. And then there's a smaller and a smaller. Oh, and a 4th one. There's 4 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. See that 4th one? Then there's 2 square ones, 2 inches and 1.5 ish. There's like these whole reinforcer thing that you can die cut out to look like old-fashioned envelopes or whatever. There is a die that I believe just embosses the image of like a canceled stamp image. And then there's this tab die. These dies are amazing in my opinion. You can see I got ink on them already. I was using them all weekend working on cruise stuff. Perennial postage dies. Then the stamp set that goes with it is red rubber, and it's all words. I don't know how that goes. Anyway, so we have here for you always. Thank you for your friendship. You are loved beyond measure. You're simply marvelous. I can't thank you enough. Big hugs. I know you will get through this. Sending love and best wishes. Happy Mother's Day. Real pretty one there. You mean the world to me. And these are mixed fonts. Most of them have some all caps, almost like a handwriting all caps, mixed with cursive. The only one that doesn't have the mix is I know you will get through this, and it's just the all caps. So that's the 2 bundles in this one suite. Again, you're going to want these dies. Yes, Carol says those dies are look like contour dies. Very similar. The good thing is these can stand alone. Like the contour dies have flowers in them, and I still use the contour and love them. Don't get me wrong. But they have those flowers in them, so it worries me if that flower stamp set retires. Are they going to retire scalloped contours? I don't know. But this one could stand alone if they decide to keep it around. Did I open this already? I did. Okay. Also, Peggy, hey, just catching me for the first time. Thank you. Peggy, usually I stamp, but not today. FYI. Okay, so these butterflies, 1, 2, 3. I could just read 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that 8 sheets of, where are you? Paper butterfly accents. 8 sheets, 5 sizes, 40 pieces altogether. It's a very thin paper. It's not like cardstock. It's very thin, which I think will make it look pretty on the projects. You could leave it on the sheet and sponge or brayer or watercolor, whatever you want to color it. You could leave it on the sheet and do that, or poke them out. They're going to be easy to pop out. Just just in case, be careful. It could be delicate. I mean, and they are delicate, but you know, so they're just these gorgeous butterflies. You do get a lot. With 8 sheets, you'll get 8 of each size. Like if you're planning a class, you can know, okay, I can get 2 packs and do 16 people if needed. If they all get the same design, you know. Anyway, that's part of this suite. And then the other thing is the, of course, purple gems. All the purple people. We don't have pink gems in here, just purple. Well, we do, but anyway. These are called purple fine shimmer gems. They are kind of faceted. It's a different pattern on top. I don't know what they call that, but it makes them shiny, you know. There's, let me see what it says. Oh, it has 4 colors. Berry Burst, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather. Oh, that's 3 colors if Jennifer can read. Berry Burst, Gorgeous Grape, and Highland Heather. I didn't even realize that, to be honest. I thought it was 3 versions of one purple. So that's even better, more versatile. 150 pieces, 150, 50 each of 3 colors. And then in each color, you get half large, half small. So those are gorgeous. And then let's look at this paper, and that'll be the last thing I show today. I do apologize that I said I was going to do the whole catalog. It's too much. I have too much work to do today. So I'll change my name and call it part 1. And then I'll announce when I'll do part 2. This is the Perennial Lavender Designer Paper. I think it's going to be very popular. What do y'all think? It is, again, on page 23. It has Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Fresh Freesia, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, Lost Lagoon, Orchid Oasis, Pretty Peacock, Shaded Spruce, and Starry Sky. So basically any purple Stampin' Up! Currently carries is in here, plus a couple of blue greens. So this first page is, I think the whole thing is gorgeous. But anyway, this first page is gorgeous. It is the plants growing up from the bottom. Very, okay, large format. They fill up the whole page. At the very top, you see where there's not plants growing, and it's almost like a crumb cake. I forget what they called it for the natural color, but anyway, it's almost like crumb cake at the top with some splatter. But it's just gorgeous, and it's all the purples and then some greens. I'm looking real quick. Yeah, they don't list what that color is. It's one of our brown tones. Why don't they list that? Because it's on this sheet too. I'm going to look again. Blackberry Freesia, Gorgeous, Highland Heather, Lost Lagoon, Orchid, Peacock, Spruce, Starry. So I'm going to say crumb cake. So here we go. A crumb cake background, sort of big old pieces of stuff stuck in there, almost like cardboard or paper that has chunks in it. And then just some white floral, but not flowers type images. Honestly, to describe them, it's like a very single branch of a Christmas tree, but in white and not Christmas. Real pretty, very pretty background. Okay, here we go. More lavender flowers just all over this sheet, sort of vines growing up, but in not straight patterns. The crumb cake background, you barely see that. It's mostly just purple flowers. Gorgeous. This one is more uniform. It's a purple background, modeled, you know, light dark purple with beautiful, beautiful drawn or painted, growing straight lines of flowers in white and light purple and dark purple. It's just gorgeous though. This one's got the brown background, and then little, I don't know, it's like, how do you describe this one? If you glance at it real quick, it looks like it has mushrooms all over it, but it does not. It has these mushroom shaped bunches of white flowers. So the top is like a bunch of white flowers shaped like a mushroom, and then below that is greenery and then a stem coming down. I'm sure that's some kind of plant. Then beside that, in different layouts will be a tall one row of purple flowers, then a green stem with just leaves, and then it does have butterflies on it, and they are in purples, maybe a tiny bit of pink on these butterflies, but mainly purple. Really pretty. It's just pretty. Like, that's how you describe it. It's very pretty. This is just a green background with, it is distressed and modeled and whatever, but different than every other paper I've described today. Almost like you took a vague image of leaves and stamped it on here in a light color, but there are not leaves. I'm trying to see which green this might be. It's like peacock spruce mix to me, but anyway. Okay, then we have a sheet. It's sort of, well, basically like if you cut it in half diagonally, you'll have the same design on each side. So the flowers are growing up from the corners instead of top and bottom. Purple flowers, really large, just like on page 1, but they're just growing up from the top and bottom. See, pretty much same design. And little butterflies flying in them. And in the middle, where you would cut it in half, in the middle for a good 2 or 3 inches is the crumb cake image. Then this one is, again, crumb cake with almost, oh, now I can't remember if that's herringbone, but a plaid pattern on top, darker crumb. And then again, it's like little pieces of dark paper are embedded in this paper. Like handmade paper, sort of. Yes, Laura, I agree. Here's one crumb cake background, distressing, just like all the other ones with the crumb cake background, same color. But just lavender flowers, the tall, skinny ones growing, or they're painted on in the direction of up. It's like a line of them, top to bottom, then another row, and it repeats all the way across. Whew. So this is just like the green one. It's a modeled background of purples though, but again, this one's almost like if you stamped some flowers on here that you couldn't tell were flowers. It's really pretty. A really nice way to make a background. Here's a real busy background, or background piece with the crumb cake, distressed dots, speckled crumb cake background, and then mostly purple type flowers. It's very similar to the one I described with the mushroom shapes, but they're all purple. All purple instead. Versions of purple. Here's one, last one. Crumb cake background. And just green leaves all over. Growing in an upward fashion. They're not actually growing though when I say that. That's just the direction they're drawn. Different colors of greens and what am I trying to say? Oh, all solid leaves, solid small leaves. Yeah. Okay. Let me bring the camera up just because I'm like, woo. So I knew these videos always take me long. They're usually 3 or 4 hour videos, but I started at 9. Yes, it's 11. And I have a lot of work to do today. So we're only on page 23. This catalog is technically 82 pages, but toward the back, like it'll really end at 65. And we're on page 23. I have 2.5 more stacks of stuff that I want to show you. So I am going to see if I can fit in a second video next week. One was stamping like normal Thursday at 9 a.m. and one before that video to show you the rest of the stuff. Because I love doing these videos. I love, hopefully, well, first of all, I try to give you more detail. And second of all, y'all tell me stuff where I'm like, oh yeah, that's what that's for. So then I learn and I know when I start designing. So yes, girl, who said that, Pat? You are 1,000% right. She said, tell Scott to get the chili ready for you. It's literally what's about to happen. With the exception that I'm going to eat it in here while I type instructions. Bonnie, I didn't get it all for sure, but like I got even less than I normally do, Bonnie. But the catalog is so big And my descriptions, which I know, some people like that, some don't, but my descriptions take so long that it takes me a while to get through it. So I got through page 23, but if we go back and count all the stuff I didn't buy up to page 23, where there's already a lot there. But I did get a lot because of all of the events I have to plan coming up. So yeah, I did get a lot. Bonnie's like, LOL, I love it. Anyway, so thank y'all for being here. Gian loves this DSP. Yes, Lavender. In my team, it's mostly Team Purple, my team of demonstrators. I'm Team Pink. But oh my gosh, my team went crazy for this paper. They're like, oh, the lavender sweet, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, they love it. And I love it too. And I'm not against purple. I just also love pink. And Stampin' Up does not give us enough pink lately. Anyway, so I hope y'all have a great day and week. I have a couple, I think every class I have this weekend, which I'm typing tutorials for today, I think I have at least one packet left for all except samplers. So let me know if you're interested in that. I also, yes, Pat, Team Pink. Woo! I love it. I forgot Pat's on my team. Also, Jumpstart. Today's the last day to register if you're a demonstrator. And, you can only do the make and takes in that as well. And if you're just, hobbyist and don't want to do business, but you want those awesome make and takes, they're designed by me, Alejandra Gomez, and Genevieve Co. So check out my links. An email will go out at 1 o'clock today. It should have all the links at the bottom except for the retreat. That one's going out tomorrow, the mega cruise retreat, I should say. But including the Jumpstart link, or you can just ask me privately to send you that link. So everyone have a great day. Thank you, Carmen. You have a great weekend as well. If I miss saying hi to anybody, I apologize, but hi, Gian. I think I said hi to you. And Julie, I noticed when you said you were back. And everyone have a great week. And get ready for Christmas. Yeah, I'm busy, but it's because of all my events. I'm very busy. And then I'm going to try to do some online Christmas shopping tomorrow. So, thank you so much. I will see y'all later. Bye.